I would say the Nigerian football right now is at a crossroads, in the sense that we are just coming out of a disaster, the inability to qualify for the World Cup. Then it calls for so many things to change. So we are at the verge of getting into something that we don't know what will be the outcome. Everybody is calling for change. But right now, we don't know where that change will lead us to. The national team failed to beat Ghana to qualify for the World Cup. They've sacked the coaches, appointed new ones. Then we're expecting a new technical advisor for the senior national team. But the main thing is that we need to restructure our football from the league, the grassroots to the top, if we are hoping to make any headway.
Ghana have qualified for the World Cup. They have beaten their West African rivals Nigeria on away goals.
You know, in the past, we had so many competitions for the juniors, from secondary school, grassroots. We had local government competitions. Those ones don't happen anymore. Then we only have the under 17, under 20, and under 15 national teams. These are supposed to supply players to the senior national team. Then we have to look at how do we source players for these junior national teams. Where do they come from? We only see players called to camp for these teams. But we have to look at how we produce players from the primary school, secondary school to feed these teams. The national team is supposed to be for every Nigerian, no matter where the person is based. But the problem is that we've neglected our local league. Now we go out for players born overseas, trained overseas. Some of these players, we are not able to make the national teams of their home countries, home in quotes. Now they resort to come to Nigeria to play because they want to fulfill their international ambitions. Now if we have good quality players from the league to challenge those coming from abroad, that will make for a good national team, because the competition for positions will be stiff and will produce good results for us.
Truste Kong from the spot, confidently dispatched.
Our failure, I'll put it to mismanagement of the team. When you put Nigeria and Ghana together, the players we have, the Ghanaian players, we have far better players than Ghana. But what Ghana did was they managed their team better than we did. They got a coach. The coaches they brought, local coaches, but one was from Dortmund, Borussia Dortmund. The other one from a club in Holland. What did we do? We brought our technical director, who had been idle for close to 5 years, to take charge of the senior national team. We had an inkling of what would happen in Cameroon when the first major test we had against Tunisia, we lost. People cried that we should do something about this thing before the match against Ghana. What did they do? They brought Amunike as assistant to Eguavo. It didn't work. And then we played to their advantage. We had players from Europe, a cold Europe, coming to play in Nigeria. We took the match to Abuja, a very hot place. Some of us at the stands, we are feeling the heat even before the game. That was why at the 75th minute of the game, some of the players couldn't move again. I recall Ola signaling to Leon Balogun to stop passing the ball to him because he was fagged that. It's just that Ghana didn't have a better team. If they had a better team, they would have beaten us in Abuja. He was elected. Unfortunately, Nigerians can't push him out until his tenure runs out. When Nigeria failed to qualify for the World Cup, the federation officials resigned. That's the honorable thing to do. But our man Amaju said he will serve out his term. And then it's not only about Amaju. There are so many people in the federation who are not helping Nigerian football. Some of them are just businessmen using the NFF to trade their players. If we must have a very virile football association, there should be complete weeding of some of the people there. So we had Siasia and Stephen Keshi and Amodu Shaibu. These guys, apart from coaching the national team, coaching clubs in Nigeria, they went out to prove their mettle, came back and took the national team. Keshi took the national team to gold medal, the African Cup of Nations in South Africa. Siasia won a bronze medal for Nigeria at the Olympics, won a silver at the Olympics too. Even was second to a Messi-led Argentina in the Under-20 World Cup. These are people who invested in their profession, became good coaches. We don't have coaches like that anymore. Finidi George was recently made assistant coach of the Flying Eagles. Where is the coach of Enyimba? The Enyimba is struggling, I think in the 7th position in the league, a team that dominated the Nigerian league in recent times, you know. So before we get a local coach that will be good enough to handle the Super Eagles, we have to invest in that coach or help them create an environment that will ensure that those ones interested in becoming coaches should be trained to grow to that level. Super Eagles is a big brand. It's not something you just give to anybody. The person must show that he has the ability to handle that team. If somebody told me a week before the match against Ghana that we won't qualify for the World Cup, I would have called the person a liar. Because what happened in Abuja happened in Kano. And we didn't learn anything from that. You know, we have to look at the way we invite coaches, players to the national team. We had a match against Ghana. The highest number of players would have used for that match 24. We had up to 30 players in camp. You know, then we had a few days for training. We came here, trained for 2 days, went to Ghana, played a draw. Instead of coming to fortify the team, the match against Ghana, they introduced the second leg, new set of players in a match we were supposed to win. That shows that we didn't learn anything from the past failures. The league, we must make the league very interesting. The league is not on television. We had, if you open your television, you see Ethiopian league, or everybody from across the world watches Ethiopian league, Kenyan league, but Nigerian league is not on television. We must put it on television so that people will